Yes, thank you. You can continue.
Yeah, so what one call as well. Yeah, it's a little difficult. The internet's a bit patchy. But yeah, you go on. You were talking about you've set up a room near the refugee camp and put out some communications to let people know that you're available to help with small disputes and failures on contracts or paying back money that was lent and things like that.
Yes, it was where I was. So yes, that is one of examples of some issue I can handle using my legal skills and using my humanity, my personality. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm a Christian. I'm not because of my belonging to Catholic Church. Yeah, of course, I'm Catholic. It's one of different religions, different churches, but I try to use my education given by my parents, even if they died, even if they went, but I try to use my first of all my personality, and second, try to use my legal skills, and also I try to use our real situation in Rwanda.
Yeah.
When I am in you are in you are a refugee, you do no longer have land, you do no longer have livestock. We are refugee, you are refugee, which means we are extremely poor.
Yeah.
Of course, problems happens, come. But I think how to handle, how to settle, how to resolve those problems among us as a refugee community. You remember that when you a refugee has committed a great crime, to, for example, assault or other crime. If you are a refugee in Africa, you cannot go in Europe because there is a criminal record. You have committed a crime. You are
Yeah.
a criminal. So we have to build our personality, even if we are poor, but our absolute duty is to behave as a good refugee. A good refugee. There is poverty, there is hunger in the refugee community because of considerable reduction of food assistance from Europe, from Australia, from Europe, from USA, because there is war in Ukraine. Also, there is bad heritage of COVID-19. Many persons have died. I have information. The world knows that. So this issue, this global challenge, some refugees don't understand that. And when there is a small problems, they wanted to go to court. They wanted to go to court. But sometimes in the nowadays, court cannot no longer give sustainable solution to a given problem now. So I'm Burundian. We are in Imam refugee camp, 40,000 Burundian refugees. There are 20,000 Congolese refugees and other refugees from Somalia, from South Sudan.
Yeah.
This diversity of cultures
Yes.
itself have to produce new problems. In the Mama refugee camp, this is true. There is a small RIP station. There is it is near this refugee camp. It is good. They do investigation. They try to explain to refugees offenses, penalties, how to avoid to commit crimes, how to have a good behavior as a refugee, because it is not our country. Even if I would be in Burundi or in Congo, I have to stay with a good behavior. It is a struggle. It is a continuous fight for justice, for good behavior for each refugee. So I try to settle, to resolve some problems amicably. And if you can accept, I have a communique I can share. I have organized some main informations for you. Can see, can share, can.
Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah.
You can see, for example, here. Now you see.
I can just see your files at the moment.
Uhuza, it is in Kirundi or Nyarwanda, and mediation, this is en français, and mediation, so in 3 languages. Even if I'm very strong in French, but I try English also. So here, I want to say that promoting inter-community mediation.
Yeah, you might need to just share again, because what I'm seeing is your files, rather than if it's a presentation you're showing, or
Presentation.
Yeah, so yeah, you might need to stop the share and then share again. Yeah, because I'm just seeing the files where the presentation, not the presentation.
Okay.
You just need to share a different window.
Yes, I have even if it is not in slides, I have a short presentation of JuMePro.
Yeah.
On 3 pages, can show you. You can see.
No, have you opened it? I'm just oh, there. I'm just seeing the file structure. That's what I can see. Can see outside my house.
Now you see.
No.
This document, it is not visible.
Yeah, you might have to open the document first, or you, if you wanted, you could put it into the chat, and I can open it on my computer.
In chat.
Yeah, if you drag the document to chat to
It's just I can even send you the document. It is in a PDF.
Yeah. Or email. Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
But if you open it first and then try share screen, if it is open on your computer, yeah, it's just you're picking the file structure rather than the document. So all I'm seeing your files, very nicely organized files, by the way.
Okay. I don't often use technology, but because sometimes someone lend me his computer.
Yeah.
If If you want, I can share with you by email.
Yeah.
But just what I want now is to explain very well what I do and how is my challenge to
Mm.
achieve to my goals. So
Yeah.
as I was saying, it is not easy
Mm.
work as a refugee and
Yeah.
for refugees. But it is, I can say, it is risky,
Mm.
of course, because when you say to a refugee, you tell him what is your problem, how can we help you. When he comes, of course, he comes with a hope that his issue will be resolved. This is one,
Mm.
and which is good. But in the mind, in the brain of that refugee, the problems we have is to need only money. When I am refugee,
Mm.
another refugee has opened a small office and need to resolve some problems. A refugee can say, "You refugee, what are you going to give me as a new thing for me? As a refugee, what I need is money, is food. What are you giving it to us?" Because of hunger. But the
Mm.
problem, I try to address the exact issue.
Mm.
And for there is an issue I resolved. It was related to family issue, family situation when women stayed in Imama refugee camp, and
Mm.
his wife is a teacher in Kigali.
Mm.
According to Rwandan law, divorce is there is a procedure to follow.
Mm.
There has been rumors, the rumor that this husband has another wife in Kigali,
Ah, okay.
and
Yeah.
the issue begins. The conflict commences.
Mm.
The women with children in Imam refugee camp
Mm.
begins to think about infidelity, about bad behavior of that man, his
Mm.
husband. But
Mm.
of course, there has been not problem of bad conduct
Mm.
husband. The husband each month can send a teacher here in Rwanda can have a salary of 20, so 200,000 Rwandan francs. It depends
Mm.
on job or no
Yeah.
qualification, but in general, it is they can be paid 200,000 francs. It is the average. So the women came and told me that she need divorce after only 5 months without the husband come to mom. It is a problem.
Mm.
I understand. When you are in
Yeah.
uh, love relationships, normally we would have to stay together
Yeah.
always. But sometimes, because of life of nowadays, a husband can work even in another country, and after 10
Mm.
months, can go back.
Mm.
Of course, money, salary, and
Yeah.
to build a family. So I told to the wife, I cannot tell her name, but I am tell you truth. I told him that divorce is not acceptable, even if you can go to RIB or another court, a court, They cannot accept, because to accept a divorce, a husband must at least be outside the house, his house, for a period of 12 months or more.
Yeah.
And even if it is 12 months and more, when the husband continue for custody, continue to support family, even 2 years can happen. 2 years without meeting your wife, your children, it happens. Depends on life. So they understood. They stopped to go to court, or to go to, there is a small NGO which deal with legal issues. There is a NGO in Mama Refugee Camp. Recently, there has been LAF Rwanda, LAF Legal Aid Forum. Now it has been replaced with Prison Fellowship Rwanda. They work, but I think I can help better, because I am personally refugee as other refugees, and a refugee can deposit his problems, his issue on paper. There are Rwandans, Prison Fellowship are Rwandans, and other volunteers, of course. But I think when you are a refugee, when you want to resolve a problem of a person that you share status, sometimes it is better for them to understand that you are capable to resolve those problems. So that is why I'm still looking for collaboration, for support. Me, I have done training on mediation online. There is a training, because I try to stay with courage.
Yeah.
Rester avec le courage. I've done a training on la gestion des conflits, conflict management. It is a training I've done online at a website, Canada, Montreal, la gestion des conflits. I will give you this certificate. Finally, I have been successful. It has been successful because I obtained a certificate. And I have attended two an online session of Ukrainian mediation. There is a center of Ukrainian mediation. They appreciated my participation. They gave me also a new certificate. So because I know that in Ukraine there is a crisis, it is at high level.
Yeah.
In Ukraine there is a crisis at high level, and sometimes because Ukraine is rich, Ukraine gives many things for commercial issue in Africa. There's been change on economic life, mostly in Africa. That is why that is why in Mahama refugee camp there is poverty. There has been reduction of support. UK give support, USA give support, European Union, Australia, your country give support. I always read report of UNHCR Rwanda and UNHCR globally. They give support, but when there is war in
it takes the focus off. Yeah.
Of course, if I have a brother who has problem, I have to help this brother before helping another one. That is why refugee camps in Africa, food assistance has been considerably reduced. but we have to stay as African. We have to stay as global citizen to build Africa using small means. That is what I can do. And when I'm a refugee, often I'm unhappy, of course.
Yeah.
And when I understand here in Burundi that we are refugees from different provinces, different social groups, Hutu, Tutsi, Ganwa, Batwa, you know,
Yes.
Burundi sometimes you hear informations about the Burundi situation. So me, I fled Burundi because of political problems. There has been killings for all political parties, from CNDD, from IPRONA, those who was leaders, the leaders in the past, those revenge, those problems. So we have to be afraid of the situation. That is why I'm here. But I love Burundi. I want to build peace using my own skills. What I have, I must give it to my friends, Burundians, my friends, Congolese. Yes, there are many problems. For example, violence against girls. A girl can abandon school and go to Kigali without asking permission to minimum this minister in charge of the management, emergency management. Of course, Rwanda told request or Rwanda want that each refugee able to go outside the refugee camp with a permission just to secure their security.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a girl can go to Kigali, abandon school in Mama refugee camp. Schools are free of charge. You can study. There are books, everything. But the problem is that some refugees lose hope. They go to Kigali, they do a job without informing Rwanda. And when a girl is, when there is a rape, or when that girl don't have the small salary, often they obtain 20,000 Rwandan francs or 15,000 Rwandan francs. It is very small. $20 per month, $15 per month, very few. Sometimes they can suffer from sexual violence, and they needed to be informed about law in Rwanda, how to protect them. There are many issues, of course, and myself, I need to build as others. There are others who have done law in Burundi and then done many studies in psychology, in education. So we try to change the bad future which will happen. Yes, there is a bad future which can happen in tomorrow.
Yeah.
When we are refugee, we don't discuss. We are, of course, very poor, and there is a despair. We lose hope in the future. I try to do my best.
Yeah. So I guess what are you hoping? Like, you reached out to me. What are you hoping you're doing to bring connections, resources? What do you hope for?
Yes, thank you. For resources, sometimes I do evening French teaching, because when I was in Burundi, we are strong in French. I have done lettres modernes en français, in French. In English, I've done French literature. And I've done also training on French teaching at Institut Français de Burundi, French Institute at Burundi, with a certificate DELF, Diplôme d'études en langue française, diploma for studies in French language. And when I arrived in Rwanda, in Kigali, alone, without family, I tried to build my life. So I teached French and gained few money, and I tried to apply for university. And also there's a friend, not regularly, as I told you. I will tell truth. Sometimes they can give me 40,000 Rwandan francs. I can use for trip. I can use for to buy papers to write, and also for internet. Internet per month. I need internet per month to do research, to follow different informations on a YouTube channel, different information from LCI, France 24, and other television in Burundi, Rwanda, just to understand the situation. In general, I don't have sustainable financial resources. That is why sometimes I can't work as I have scheduled. For example, I have a small content of mediation online, just to do research and to make a document of 5 pages and to share it on a Zoom and on a Denuta Think Tank YouTube channel. When I don't have a fund, small fund, even a few, sometimes I can't work very well. You can go to my LinkedIn page. I have published a content of my work on mediation between Burundi refugees and the UNHCR. I've published this article, and some friends told me, this is good. How can you make mediation between refugees and the UNHCR? I answered them that there is sometimes we accuse UNHCR to refuse to reduce financial to reduce food assistance, but it is not UNHCR, it is UN, it is all United Nations, it is many states. When states don't give money to UNHCR, we not find the money. World Food Programme, PAM, cannot give food to refugees when this organization is not supported.
Yeah.
The global crisis, when I remember an intervention of a vice director of PAM, he told me, or he told, he told everyone that there is a global crisis. It was the message is published on the recent event in the UK, in the USA, in New York, on 78th UN session, when that vice director of PAM told that there is a global crisis for refugee situation. And he added that a possible lasting or sustainable solution is to make social protection. For example, to maybe to facilitate resettlement.
Mm.
Of course, as I told you, for those who didn't commit crimes.
It's not a possibility. Yeah.
So we have to have a patience in our
Mm.
real situation now. That is what I try to do. So I have many things to do, to say.
Mm.
What I need is that my audience, specifically you, your organization, I need that persons trust in me. Mhm. Because I can do everything. I can lie, I can write, I can tell someone or a given organization, oh, I needed to do this thing, I need to do this thing. Can you give money? I wanted to do this thing. And finally, I do nothing.
Mm.
I will never do what is not true. When
Yeah.
I engage in a given thing, I try to be true. Because if I lie, it is for my future problem. When someone lose hope, lose trust in you, it is great
Mm.
bad thing for you. So
Yeah.
I try, of course, but I need a partnership. I need to fund for trip. Uh, we need internet. We need papers to write, to prepare.
Mm.
In a few words, I need that the world trust in me.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. So, no, it sounds really important what you're working on, what you're trying to do. I'm going to have to go in a moment because I've got another meeting. But you've got my email. If you wanted to send me through an email with some more about what you're trying to do, I've possibly got some other connections I can make for you as well. So, what are you hoping to do once you've finished your law degree? Are you hoping to stay there and make enough money to run a business, or what are you hoping to do?
What I want to do after, yes, I wanted to continue to make mediation
Mm.
between specifically between Burundi and Refugee normally.
Mm. Yeah. So if you could find a way to be supported to do that, so maybe to access a program or something like that, that would, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's important. Yeah, I can see how what you're doing is important to try and help things from escalating, so that people don't end up with criminal records. They don't end up in the justice or the police or hurt. It's really important work. One of my connections, he's here in Australia, but he's a former refugee. And I'll have a chat with him as well to see what he knows. I'm not sure what, but I know that he was raised in a refugee camp as well. Yeah, I might have some connections that understand more about your context and maybe ways of getting access to. Well, he's a mediator as well. So, yeah. So look, if you wanted to send me the document you wanted to show me, and we've got the recording. What I was thinking is I run a podcast, and so I'd be able to put some of our conversation into a podcast episode. If you wanted to, I think, I'm not sure if I got that first bit where you introduced yourself on the recording. I'll let you know if not. Otherwise, maybe you can do just an audio, and I can put it all together, and we'll put that out as well. And I'm connected with Mediators Beyond Borders International. I don't know if have you got any connections with them?
The NGO B, you say B?
Yeah, Mediators Beyond Borders International.
Yes, Mediator Beyond International.
Mediator Beyond, yeah. There's an organisation. There's a number of people really actively working, mediators and peacemakers working in Africa, local people, and I might be able to make some connections for you there as well, because it's lonely work all by yourself.
Yes, I know the organization because I saw it on LinkedIn and on a website when I was
Yeah.
searching for mediation organization. So I have
Yeah. So I've so as I said, I connected with some people when I was in Africa in November. So yeah. Okay, I'm really sorry. I'm going to have to go, but if you send email and let's see what we can do to.
Yes, thank you. I'm going to send you all necessary documents, and I thank you very much for this time. It is the first time for me to have this opportunity to share my works with
Yeah.
others who are interested in my activities. I hope that in global unity, we can resolve many problems, even if not living in your homeland, it is not easy. It is not easy, but we have to struggle for peace, for unity, for reconciliation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we absolutely, but yeah, the plight of refugees I know is really the worst situation in the world, to not have a home and to lose your family. So I more power to you. Okay, take care. We'll be in touch.
Yes, and have a nice day.
You too.